Hey guys, welcome to my legal classes. This is Ganesh Pujari and we were discussing the provisions from Chapter 8 of Indian Penal Code, which is all about offences against public tranquility. In this series, this is my second video. In my first video, I have already covered 9 sections starting from section 141 to 149, and here in this video I am going to cover 4 sections along with 3 amendment sections. That means I am going to cover section 152, 153AA. So that way we are covering total of 7 sections here. With that brief introduction, I am taking you to the first slide. This is a slide which I have already explained in my previous video. I am just showing you this slide to help you guys to understand that I have very clearly explained all these provisions related to unlawful assembly and rioting in my first video itself. So if you have missed that, please go back and watch that and then come to this video so that you can understand it very clearly. As I have already explained this particular chart in my previous presentation, I am not going to invest any time on this. Let's directly get into section 150 from this particular slide. Section 150 discusses about hiring or convening at hiring of persons to join unlawful assembly. Now here there are 2 ways to look at this particular section. The first part is if any member hires or engages or employs or promotes or conveys in any of this activity to bring more members to the unlawful assembly. Such member will also be considered as the member of such unlawful assembly, and he will be punished according to section 143, where the imprisonment can go up to 6 months or fine or both. So if you are participating in any kind of hiring or engaging or employing or promoting or any kind of support to these kind of activities, then you will be punished according to section 143. You will be considered as the member of such unlawful assembly. In the second part, as a furtherance of such unlawful assembly, if any of the member of such unlawful assembly conduct any offence, in that case, the person who has hired or engaged or employed or promoted or conveyed in any of this activity is also considered as he has commenced such offence, and he will be also punished according to the offence. That is how we need to understand section 150. Section 151 discusses about knowingly joining or continuing in assembly of 5 or more persons after it has been commanded to disperse. Now you have to make one major observation. It is not discussing about unlawful assembly. It is discussing about the assembly which has 5 or more people, and such assembly may cause a disturbance of the public peace, and there is a lawful command to disperse. Even after the member who have joined or who are continuing with such assembly are punishable, and the punishment can go up to imprisonment of 6 months or fine or both. The section 151 basically discusses about assembly of 5 or more persons. It doesn't discuss about unlawful assembly. Now what if it is an unlawful assembly? In that case, we have to straight away switch over to section 141, which discusses about unlawful assembly, and the punishment for such unlawful assembly is discussed under section 145, where it can go up to 2 years of imprisonment or fine or both. Now as far as section 151 and CRPC provisions are concerned, these are cognizable offences, bailable offences. Any magistrate can conduct the trial, and they are non-compoundable offences. Section 152 is about assaulting or obstructing public servant when suppressing revolt, etc. Now it covers unlawful assembly, riot as well as affray. What is riot? Riot we have already understood under section 146. It is unlawful assembly plus violence. In that case we are calling as revolt, and affray is 2 or more persons fighting in public, which is what I am going to discuss in detail when I am discussing section 159. But for now, remember, if any of these are in progress, like there is an unlawful assembly or revolt or any kind of affray. Now, if any public servant is trying to suppress them, and if anyone is assaulting or threaten to assault or obstruct or attempt to obstruct or use or threaten or attempt to use criminal force, In such case, it is a punishable offense. And the punishment here can go up to 3 years of imprisonment or fine or both. And under CRPC, these are cognizable offenses, bailable offenses. Magistrate of first class will conduct the trial and they are non-compoundable offenses. Section 153 is about wantonly giving provocation with intent to cause riot. There are certain negative smart people in our society who provoke for an reward. Now that is an offense, and here the punishment for that offense, if the riot is committed, then it can go up to 1 year of imprisonment or fine or both. And if such riot is not being committed, in that case, for provoking, the punishment can go up to 6 months of imprisonment or fine or both. If the riot is committed, then CRPC provisions are, they are cognizable offenses, bailable offenses. Any magistrate can conduct the trial and they are non-compoundable offenses. And if the riot is not committed, in that case they are cognizable offenses, bailable offenses. Magistrate of first class will conduct the trial and they are non-compoundable offenses. Then comes 3 important amendment sections, section 153A, 153B and 153AA. Now section 153A discusses about promoting enmity between different groups on ground of religion, race, place of birth, residence, language, etc. and doing acts prejudicial to maintenance of harmony. Now this is a punishable offense. What are the 5 grounds? It may be on the ground of religion or on the ground of race or on the ground of place of birth or on the ground of residence or on the ground of language or any other ground. If anybody is promoting or attempt to promote or trying to commit any kind of act which is against the public harmony or organizes something which is against the public harmony, in that case it is a punishable offense. And here the punishment can go up to 3 years of imprisonment or fine or both. And under CRPC, these are cognizable offenses, non-bailable offenses. Magistrate of first class will conduct the trial and they are non-compoundable offenses. And whatever we have discussed till now under 153A1, if the same offense is committed in the place of worship, etc., in that case, the punishment can go up to imprisonment of 5 years along with fine. Now see the seriousness of punishment, which is being increased from 3 years to 5 years, and here fine is also must. And under CRPC, these are cognizable offenses, non-bailable offenses. Magistrate of first class will conduct the trial and they are non-compoundable offenses. Section 153B discusses about imputations, assertions prejudicial to national integration. Now the sovereignty and integrity of India is the most important aspect which is being discussed under Constitution of India. And if anybody by making any kind of accusation or declarations against any religious or racial or language or religious group or caste or community, now if they might have done it by asserting, counseling, advising, propagating, publishing or any other way, if they are trying to disturb the public harmony, then they are conducting a punishable offense. And here the punishment can go up to 3 years of imprisonment or fine or both. And under CRPC, these are cognizable offenses, non-bailable offenses. Magistrate of first class will conduct the trial and they are non-compoundable offenses. And if the same offenses are conducted or performed in the religious worship place or religious ceremonies, etc., in that case the imprisonment can go up to 5 years and here the fine is also must. And under CRPC, they are cognizable offenses, non-bailable offenses, and magistrate of first class will conduct the trial and they are non-compoundable offenses. Section 153AA is about punishment of knowingly carrying arms in any procession or organizing or holding or taking part in any mass drill or mass training with arms. Here we are discussing the provision along with the assembly which has happened with arms. Now, whoever knowingly carrying arms in a procession or organizes or holds or takes part in any mass drill or mass training with arms in any public place in contravention of any public notice or order issues made under section 144A of CRPC, which is all about power to prohibit carrying arms in procession or mass drills or mass training with arms, shall be punished. Now, there is a clear notification under section 144A of CRPC. Even after that, if somebody is going with arms in a procession or organizing or holding or taking part in any mass drill or mass training with arms, then they are punishable with imprisonment up to 6 months along with fine which can go up to rupees 2000. And under CRPC, they are cognizable offences, non-bailable offences. Any magistrate can conduct the trial and they are non-compoundable offences. And there is further explanation available under section 153AA to explain what are arms. Now, the moment you hear the term arms, you might be thinking of a rifle or gun, etc. Here, arms even include firearms, sharp-edged weapons, lathis, dandas, sticks, etc. With that, I am concluding this particular session. But remember, this is not the end of our discussion on the offences against public tranquility. We are yet to understand what is the punishment for that person who has given space for the unlawful assembly, or what is the punishment for that person on whose benefit such unlawful assembly is being carried over, or what happens with affray. We are yet to understand what exactly is affray. So I am going to discuss all of those 6 sections in detail in my future sessions. Till then, thank you so much for subscribing my channel. Please like, share and comment my videos. All the very best for whatsoever purpose you are referring my channel, and thanks again.